Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. My name is Nicky Smokes. I'm joined by Big Tone and Vic. We had an okay week one, I'd say. I mean, I think I'm the only one who actually won, which isn't surprising. It is what I do. I do win. Even if it's small, I win. Not my best week by any means. Not my best week by any means. But it was a profitable week. But I'm going to start with Big Tone first. Because, buddy, I mean, you did put on a clinic if we were looking for losers. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to save face here first.
Oh, yeah, what a slimy fuck comment. But he's not wrong, okay? Let's just talk about it, okay? I went 3-9 in plays, and I went 1-6 in touchdown plays. For you mathematicians at home, not good, okay? Just an absolute dick smoking. But I fucking warned you guys last week. I've not been doing good, okay? Mentally, I'm fine. I'm doing fine mentally. I'm great. There's just a lot.
Wait, let's talk about that real quick, though. How are you mentally fine after going 1 in 14, 1-13?
Yeah, well, welcome to the joke, Nicky. Welcome to the joke. I'm not fucking fine, dude. I'm losing my goddamn marbles over here, okay? Yeah, not doing good. Mental health check, not great. I'm listening to Coldplay, just left and right. No one listens to Coldplay when they're happy, right? So I'm not doing good. Mental health check, not great. Oh, we got some echo. We got a little bit. You good, Vicky? All right, there we go. So I didn't do good. I think I said that. But I got to tell you, I was fucking right about Kansas City, all right? Tony cost everyone the game. That was such horse shit. Campbell goes for it on 4th down at the 50. Doesn't get it. We get the ball back. Catch the fucking ball. Kansas City had a billion chances. Michael Thomas could have scored. It wasn't great, but I got winners this week. I'm confident in it.
Wait, Tone, when you said you were right about KC,
I was fucking right.
Are you inferring that you were right about picking KC minus 4.5?
Yeah.
And they lost outright, but you were right on KC.
Correct.
Got it.
There's not bro. When you say it like that, it sounds stupid. But there's not a player on the fucking planet who was like, I was thinking about it after the game and maybe like the rest of the week. But like besides Nathan Peterman in the 4-pick game, there's not like a skill position player who has just cost the team like that. Maybe the dude who fumbled twice.
Or how about Josh Allen on Monday Night Football?
Not a quarterback, but you are correct about that. I don't know. The Tony stuff was crazy. You almost feel for the guy a little bit, but I don't. I don't feel for him. Somebody does. Bobby, probably his mother. But that was a train wreck. Week one was a train wreck. It was crazy what happened. I mean, KC, Pats, Tua, rookie quarterbacks. The Giants got their dicks beat. San Fran looks good. Rodgers, Jets. I mean, there's just a bunch of shit.
The Dolphins were your only winner.
Twice, because I bet them live too. And
there it is. Miami has the Dolphins.
I had Green Bay money line, and I had not Green Bay. I had Jets money line. So let's get away from me, okay? Let's get away from me.
Yeah, it's all right. That was a lot. That was a lot. Vic, you went 1-2 last week.
We gamble for the rush. We gamble for the feeling. There's two types of feeling. There's the feeling you feel when you're making money, that it just feels good, the feeling of making money. Then there's also when you get hit in your dick and you're like, oh, I lost. How could I lose this? A vacation or this or that? So those feelings are both good. So even when you lose, we're still feeling good. That's why he's so happy, because that's just a high of its own. Dude, but I didn't do too bad. Listen, you put the gun to my head. I went 2-1 on those plays, right? Those are the ones I was forced to make. The ones I liked, which the Lions, I don't know how he thought he won. Detroit, I mean, you could smell it.
Did you guys watch the fucking game?
Yeah, we watched the game. Is this your first time betting? Is this your first time? That's what happens when you bet the Bush side. Players don't show up.
That guy Tony did more than Detroit did to win that fucking game. You can't. This guy's getting passes like this. They're right here.
Gotta make plays. Eagles, cash, and the Giants fucked me. So 2-1 on the gun to the heads, and then Commanders I loved. I had every opportunity. The quarterback turns it over in the red zone going in, and then he fumbles the ball, and he gives up a scoop and score to Arizona right there. If one of those two plays don't happen, we cover that game. I mean, we were driving. We were just about in field goal range when the clock expired. And then the Colts, they had the ball at the 1-yard line with a chance to backdoor. I never in my life, when I need a stop, does that happen. That fucked me up so bad. I couldn't even fucking bang my wife Sunday. I had nothing. She put a favorite outfit on. I was like fucking. Then between that and the Giants getting hammered, I was like fucking impotent. I was a loser. And then the only winner was the Packers. The Packers, and we all say Miami also on the gun to the head, did we not? We all
yes, we did. We did.
And we said, we would look bad if we all did it. So maybe if all three of us are
on the same side, maybe it's a good thing.
Let's see how it plays out, because right now that looked really good. But listen, you got to leave last week where it is. Last week I was over it Monday. Jets won. I don't care. I had a terrible week. Jets won. It started me off confidently, so that's it. We roll from there.
Let me ask you this, Vic. Were you not able to bang your wife because you lost your bets, or you just ran out of blue pills?
No, I don't. Listen, I don't use blue pills. I fucking smoke. I'm fucking good. Like you
should. It's like Barry Bonds on steroids. It's cheating in there. You
know,
listen,
Big Tone, you've been on the blue pill before?
I've been on the juice before.
Tried them all.
Absolutely.
Cialis blows out Viagra because
really?
Viagra, you put it in and you eat it and you're like, it just goes. So you better have everything timed out. Cialis, it's there. The minute you go, it's ready for fucking war. So Cialis is definitely better.
I think I need to invest in some, because when I go out and drink like a motherfucker and then like mix some other things in there, it's hard for me to get them up. It's almost like I got to go to war.
Of course.
But that's only when I'm drinking. But anyway,
go to the gas station and get African Superman.
I'm actually writing that down. African Superman.
Yeah, it works. Trust
me. Will it give me more length?
They give you a heart.
Yeah, listen. If that thing is going to be like, you're going to be able to fucking walk around and knock things over with it. It's going to be like a steel car.
Sold. That's all I needed to hear. All I needed to hear.
Trust me.
All I needed to hear. So I think I went 2-1. Wait, no. With the updated card, I had Packers, which was a sweat-free winner. I told everyone the Browns were going to be a sweat-free winner. They won outright. I took the Bucks +6, won outright.
Beautiful.
And then I tailed you. You know, Vic, you were telling me something earlier today about when things don't go your way, blame them on other people, and I'm blaming it on you. I should have never, ever, ever bet the Commanders against the fucking team who was projected to not win a single game all year. So, Vic, that's your fault. I had nothing to do with that. You sold me a fucking health insurance scam, and I bought it, and I gave you my Social Security over the phone. So, Vic, that one's on you. That one's on you, so I'm taking that one off my board completely. So I really went 3-1. That's basically what I did. And then I had another. Oh, the Steelers. Fuck the Pittsburgh Steelers. You let someone go into your house and mollywop you like that? Eat shit. Eat shit. And honestly, I'm going to call this out. I think the Steelers were the fake sharp play of the week. Because when I got to the bar, no one had a Niners ticket. Everyone was talking about the Steelers. I knew I was fucked from the jump. Yep. Fucked from the jump, but everything comes full circle, but I'll save that for later. So, brand new week. Whatever you did last week, it's fucking dead. It's like the side piece that you bang, and then boom, you cut her right off. You don't need her again. You had to get your quick fix. We just dipped our finger back in the bag for the first time, and Lord knows how long. Brand new week. Ready to roll. Shout out my dog, Stu Finer. Met him today. Incredible person. 5'1". Walks around like he's 6'5".
He blocked me. For no reason. All I say, I comment nice things. I've been watching the guy since I'm a little kid, and I say nice things, then he just blocks me. So
I'll talk to him about that.
He don't like me, I guess. I don't know.
All right, week 2, gun to your head. If you're new to this show and you don't know how this works, I'm going to pick 3 games. And the reason why we call it gun to your head is because we don't want to bet these games. These are just the games that people are probably going to text us about, hey, who do you like here? Hey, who do you like here? When we really don't like anyone, but there's a gun to our fucking head, so we have to pick these games. And there's no better way to start this off than Thursday night. Minnesota Vikings on the road at the fucking Link. Everyone knows how bad Kirk Cousins is. The line is -6.5 now. I'm going to start with Vic. What do you like in this game? Gun to your head.
I like Kirk Cousins. I liked him at Michigan State. He puts numbers up. But he's a choke artist. He's a choke artist. But this is like the ultimate gun to my head game, right? Like, I don't even want to bet this game tomorrow, to be honest with you.
But you have to.
I know. That's why you're putting the gun to my head. It's tough. But listen, the way I look at it is Super Bowl hangover, like we said last week, that's a real thing. I don't know how good New England is yet, but they they played good against the Eagles. The Eagles were storming in the beginning, and then they let New England back in the game. And the line I saw right before we got on, it would drop down to 6.5. I just don't feel comfortable laying 7 with the Eagles. So for no other reason than a high percentage of NFL games finish with, within 3 and 4 points historically. Just give me the points on a TV game like this. I'm not overthinking it. I'm not breaking down X's and O's. I'm not breaking down any trends or any situations. I'm looking at it like the Eagles went on the road, won a tough game. Now they're coming home. They're laying 7. I'm getting Minnesota. I mean, they didn't play that bad, Minnesota. I think they had a turnover late in the game.
They had like 3 turnovers in that game.
Yeah, they did. And one led to direct points at the end. It's just, they have too good of an offense, too many weapons to lay 7. I know a lot of people are going to want to lay that 6.5, 7. I'm taking it. I'm taking the Vikings. Gun to my head, +7 tomorrow. Kirk Cousins, win, lose, or draw.
Big Tone?
So I'm with you. This is a great gun-to-head game because I think this game is so fucking hard to pick. Both sides, weather and total. I do have a play because it's Thursday night, so I am going to play something. But I'm taking T.J. Hawkinson to touchdown, Tony, touchdown. I'm taking him to score.
Touchdown, Tone.
He's plus 250 here's the thing. They threw the ball 44 fucking times with Kirk. They scored 17 points. Obviously, Jefferson is going to get his, right? He proved that. He had 12 targets, 9 catches, 150 yards. Addison is a guy they used, I thought, a good amount, gets a touchdown. And I think I like Hawkinson because, at least with week 1, you showed you have to pay attention to both of them. When you have to pay attention to both of those receivers, you're all right. I don't know what happened there. But when you have to pay attention to both of those receivers, it opens up some things for Philly. For the Vikings. I think Philly is a team, guys. They play pretty good defense against tight ends. But I think I'm going to go with the guy who's going to be maybe get a little bit more one-on-one coverage when you got 2 studs on the outside. Gun to head, I'm taking the over, and here's why.
Wow, big ball Tone.
Yeah,
big ball Tone.
I like that.
If we've learned anything about me, I'm pretty bad at this. But historically speaking, Thursday games go under. This number's 49. It seems way too big. And, maybe it's because I am old. The old fucking rat factor comes in. I just feel like this game goes over. Philly had a tough game, obviously, against the Pats. But I think this is 17 points, and they produced that much offense. The Vikings just didn't get in the end zone. I like the over here, gun to head. I'm not betting it, but gun to head, I'm taking the over. But I'm definitely betting T.J. Hawkinson to score anytime plus 250.
Like it.
I like that, Tone.
Me too. It's aggressive.
You guys know what this is?
That's a butter knife. And it looks like it's got like resin or hash oil on it.
I just used it to cut chicken. But do you know why it was able to cut chicken?
Something about being butter soft, maybe.
Ooh.
Am I close?
Because it's sharp. It's fucking sharp enough to cut through the chicken, just like the Vikings are sharp enough this Thursday against the Eagles. Give me the Vikings +7.
I like
point blank period. That we're a magic. There's no mush when we're all on the same side. Other shows, sure, but they're not as sharp as we are. Look, I'm not knocking the Eagles. They probably win this game. But what the Eagles did to the Vikings last year was fucking embarrassing. Almost as bad as Tone's fucking Giants on Sunday Night Football. It was almost that bad. It was almost that bad. They're going to come in with a chip on their shoulder. What?
Vic, those are your Giants too, right?
Oh, you're a Giants fan?
But I did say I
you
bet
did. You're
against them.
fuck.
I bet against them in the Super Bowl, so he's got to call you on it first.
Well, you have a Michael Vick jersey behind you, so that lets me know what kind of human being you are. So we're okay.
Oh, no, I love my dog. My dog.
Yeah, we're not getting a PETA sponsorship anytime soon, as long as that jersey's hanging up. Anyway, free Mike Vick. Free Mike Vick. Shout out Mike Vick. Love
Mike Vick. Listen, one thing I learned, this is off for just 1 second. Don't fall in love with players. They'll break your heart, just like hot girls. Fall in love with the jersey. Support your team. Fuck who's in the jersey,
How's your wife going to feel about that comment?
I don't know, my wife also said she thinks Big Tone's very hot. I'm fucking very nervous ever since. I don't like any. Thank God he lives all the way upstate. I don't need this.
Listen, I don't have many rules, Vic, but she's safe. I promise you. You're good.
She's a great cook. She's a pain in the ass. If you want to,
Sounds about right. So I'll take Vikings +7. Vic's got Vikings +7. Big Tone has over Hawkinson touchdown, and I guess Vikings +7. Are you in the mix with us?
So I was going to ask you. So last week you said something, Nikki, that like I buy the hook too. Are you going to push this thing up to 7?
Yes, I'm getting a touchdown.
Then for the sake of me shrinking my card, I'll switch it. I'll take the 7 with you boys. I'll scrap that over, but I'm definitely taking Hawkinson as a +250 to anytime touchdown scorer. Big contract. They threw him the ball a lot. So
yeah, I mean he's got to find the end zone. Yeah. So the next game we got here, Chiefs -3 on the road against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tone, what do you got?
This might be tougher than the first game for me, honestly, that we talked about, because we touched on it last week. Calvin Ridley, dog out there. He played great. I thought. Listen, Kelsey back.
He was practicing today.
So that's going to matter big time, but I'm going to, gun to head, I'm going to take KC. I'm going to give them one more shot against a good team. I think it's very easy to get down on them. And again, back to my point earlier, how I was spot on with this KC pick last week.
That lost outright.
Yeah, but they're going to adjust. Tony's not going to see the field. Give me KC. Gun to head KC.
Okay, I like it. I'm actually taking the Jags here +3 at home, only because everyone that's just like Tone is saying the same thing. Kelsey's back. Jones is back. The Chiefs lost. And they're going to bounce back. Fuck all that bullshit. Everyone watched the Jags-Colts game. Oh, they almost lost to the Colts. Those games are always fucking close. It doesn't matter how good or how bad the fucking team is. Those teams are always going to play each other tough. The Jags, 4-1 in their last 5 against the spread at home. Jags, 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 as an underdog between 0.5 point and 3 points. Jags are 5-0 against the spread as an underdog. The Chiefs as a road favorite, 1-4 against the spread. I know it's last year. I don't care. I love trends. I bet trends. Everyone and their mother is going to be back in Kansas City, and they might win this game 31-30, but give me the Jags at home in what will be their Super Bowl. I don't know how many Jacksonville Jaguar fans there are in the state of Florida, but every single one of them will be at that game because this is their Super Bowl. Give me the Jags at home +3.
I'm right with you, Smokes, on this one. Listen, you can look at it. We talked about it last week. Chiefs went through a brutal stretch from September to December last year, 2-11 against the spread. This is a team that burns up money with the best of them as much as they make it for people. But like you said, it's so obvious. 7 straight times the Chiefs beat the Jaguars. You got Mahomes, you got Reed, you got Kelsey back. They got the rings, right? Looks way too easy at 3.5. If you take a deeper look at this, you're going to see that last year the Jaguars in their regular season matchup with the Chiefs, they were down 20-0 in that game. They actually got it to 20-10 before they lost 27-17. Then when you go to the playoff game, which I had a large bet on Chiefs money line, who doesn't do that at that time of year, right? It was actually a 2017 game with 11 minutes and 49 seconds left in the fourth. Yep. So they're knocking on the fucking door of beating this team. If there ever is a time that they're going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, it's right now. Chiefs are still hungover. They're still trying to figure out their wide receiver position. Those were a lot of new names. I know about the drops. Even if Kelsey's playing, he still has to get in rhythm, still got to get back in shape. And here's the main reason why I'm taking the Jaguars +3.5. The rumors is that Travis Kelce's now banging Taylor Swift. Now,
yes. You can't be fucking T Swift and have your mind on football. It don't work like that.
No.
Don't work like that.
Yeah, because you're studying aliens, Big Tone. You're working on aliens.
That alien's fucking fake, by the way, Big Tone. That thing is fake as fuck. That thing is fake as fuck.
I don't know what's happening. I can't look at that. I can't waste time on aliens. But
don't waste time on that. That shit's fake. But Kelsey banging T Swift is as real as it gets.
Yeah.
He ain't focused on football, bro. That's a nice piece of ass.
And this has been happening because my daughter's all over this. She's sending me mad things, subliminal things. Listen, he's texting her. Mahomes is like, we got to get another ring. He's like, I got to get Taylor a ring. Mahomes is texting him plays what to go over late at night. He ain't even responding. He's sending fucking dick pics to Swift. Listen, fucking no way. They ain't ready yet. Jaguars over the hump. I think they beat him outright, but I'm going to take the 3.5.
Wow, I love that. I love when me and Vic are on the same side and Tone's on the complete opposite. It gets me hard as fuck.
I stopped listening after both of you just said aliens aren't real. Are you guys drunk?
No, the one that they posted from Mexico is fake. They drew a fucking mustache on that fucker.
Listen, that's what they want you to think. We don't
want you to house.
No, they want us to think it's fucking real. Is what they want. They don't want us to think it's fake. That fucker's fake. He looked like E.T.
That's what they look like, bro.
No, it's not. You've never seen one, so you don't know. Next game, don't care. LA Chargers at Tennessee. The line is -3 in the Chargers' favor. I'll start here. Give me the Titans. Give me the Titans at home +3. I don't have a logical explanation for this game other than everyone saw the Chargers light up the Dolphins' defense, and they think they're just going to be able to go into Tennessee, who lost a close one against the Saints, and run all over them, and Herbert's going to throw for 800,000 yards. That's really all I got. I'm only picking this game thinking, what is everyone else thinking? I'm going to do the opposite. I'm taking the Titans here. There's no logic behind it besides that. And then I'll go to Tone.
So if you don't like being on the same side as me, you're going to hate this because I like the Titans here too.
No, but I like being on the same side of you in certain situations that require us to be on the same side.
Fair enough. Also, just so we're clear, you've also never seen an alien, so you can't say that one's fake. We're gonna move past it.
That one ate him alive. That comment got.
Nobody cares.
They're not real.
Nobody cares. Listen, it's not an alien podcast or a show, but either way. So here's the thing, right? The Titans. I think New Orleans defense is real, and I think they ran into a tough defense. They kept Derrick Henry out of the end zone. Derrick Henry, guys, we got to keep an eye on guys who are prominent players who aren't scoring touchdowns. If you're a touchdown bettor, guys like Nick Chubb, Barkley, Henry, those guys did not score. And they're big parts of the offense. We saw Miami absolutely chew up the Chargers defense. Nobody thinks the Titans offense is Miami's. But what they are is they got a guy who can stiff arm people into another fucking dimension. And I really like Tennessee here at home. Tough loss for the Chargers to bounce back from. I'm all over Tennessee here. It's a gun to head, but it's also going to be one of my official plays.
Tone, let's not beat around the bush here. There's no reason to sugarcoat on this show. Just tell the people you already have a Derrick Henry anytime touchdown scorer ticket.
I don't. The only reason is the line's not out yet. Okay, and for the sake of honesty, I'm 1,000% going to bet a Chubb Henry parlay. But good read there. But the line's just not out yet. It might be out now. I looked earlier today. I'll take a peek while you guys are talking. But I love Tennessee. Love for all the reasons I said.
So you love even with the gun to your heads.
Yeah, it's going to be an official pick of mine.
Like that. Vic, what do you got?
I'm not going to speed bag Big Tone's nutbag here because you can't really go wrong taking Vrabel as a home dog, 3 points. It's a good pick. But my eyes are telling me right now that this Tennessee team is washed. Desperation move. I mean, out of all the years that your team was on knocking on the door, now you go get a big name wide receiver after you let a whole bunch of them leave. You went and you go get D-Hop. He's fucking washed. Tannehill looks washed. There's a lot of miles on Henry, and he didn't score last week, like you said. And the defense is good, but I don't know. I just look at San Diego last week that they gave up a lot of fucking points on defense. And when that happens, a lot of the public starts to think, their defense stinks. That's not how the world works, right? Like, they're going to go to work, practice. They're going to go into the film room. Guys are going to get called out. Guys are going to get embarrassed for their respect. I don't know. I don't watch film. I don't watch slow who did what, but they do. And there's going to be guys that get called out for not fucking doing the right thing, missing assignments, being like a bitch and not getting in when they should have got in. And I think they're going to play better. And then you look at, if their defense does come to play, it's going to be really tough for Tennessee to score. And if San Diego's scoring at anywhere close, to what they did to Miami last week, they're going to win the game. Also, I watched Herbert Last year, every snap, I had over yardage in a season-long prop. It was annoying. My money was hung up for fucking 10 months. Stupid bet. Whatever. I watched every throw he made last year. First 6-8 weeks of the year, he wasn't even running. He didn't want to get hit. I watched him Sunday. He was tucking the ball. He was running. He wasn't afraid to get hit. It's a whole different guy out there. I hate doing road favorites, but I'm going to do it. I'm laying 3, and I'm taking Chargers gun to my head.
I like that.
I'm with Smokes on this one.
No, you're not. I have the Titans.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I was smiling. I thought I got.
I know. We almost had a moment. It's like when you're like flirting with the hot girl at the bar and she's smiling at you and you think you're good and then she's like, "That's what that was. That's what that was." It's all right.
I ain't getting it. But listen, you sure you took Tennessee? I got so happy when I thought you said Chargers.
Nah. Gun to my head. Why does it keep doing that?
I think mainly because for me, this is more I thought like that because this is more of a bet against the Titans than it is with the Chargers. I just think the Titans' window's closed.
I don't disagree with that, but I do think that they were playing a completely different game against the New Orleans Saints than they're going to play against the Chargers. I think
they should be able to move the ball easier.
I just think they're going to have more opportunities. So that's where I'm going to go.
But a home dog, it's a great. I mean, it's hard to argue with a home dog. It's
Fair enough.
Fair enough is right. Now, are we ready to get the people right? That's the real question because it's time for our official plays. Last time we all just gave them out like I gave mine, Vic gave his, Tone gave his.
Out.
Yeah, you almost had a fucking heart attack, and I forgot. I can't kill you guys. So
that would be amazing for the views, though. I'm not gonna.
I'll tell you what. For a fat fuck, I love to chase. Okay, I had to shrink this card big time, so I won't be winded this time. I promise.
All right. So what we'll do is we'll go one by one, I guess. Yeah, we'll do one by one. Save your best pick for last. Fair?
Yeah.
Perfect. I'll start. We'll go me, Vic, Tone. First pick. This is the shadiest pick in the world. Houston Texans at home, money line, win the game outright. Fuck them, we ball. Here's why. Everyone watch the damn Colts versus Jags. Oh, my God. They should have won. They should have did this. They look so good. Yada, 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 yada. The Houston Texans lost 25-9. That was one of the best 25-9 losses I've ever seen. The defense looked good. Stroud needs to be a little bit better on his decision-making, and that game could have been very, very competitive. I went to Florida. I watched every Anthony Richardson game possible. He did this at college. He came out against Utah, looked like he was going to win the fucking Heisman Trophy. The rest of the season goes by, and you're thinking, how the fuck is this guy even starting in the SEC? Same thing is going to happen here. He's inconsistent. He's not accurate. Yes, he's 6'6" and can run over your linebacker. That is not sustainable. It's only been 1 week, and he was already taken out of the game in the most pivotal point of the game. And you're going to tell me Houston, division dog at home, with, in my opinion, the better defense? Give me Houston, money line. They win the game outright. Comb your hair. Take care.
Like it. Go ahead, Tom.
So for me, we're saving the best ones for last. So
yes,
I like Atlanta. Okay, I've been going back and forth. Atlanta +1 or money line, depending on what the number is for you guys. I got it at +1 at -115 or whatever. But I think Green Bay showed that you can move the ball on them if you have some type of a competent fucking offense. They had a couple of chunk plays against them that made me think, hey, this Atlanta offense, they've got a lot of different weapons and a lot of different things to use. We talked about touchdown plays. I'm going with Pitts to score a touchdown in this game too. And a big reason is for these big chunk plays, okay? As bad as the offense was for the Bears, they had a 23-yarder, a 19-yarder, a 15-yarder, and a 17-yarder. They were all up the center of the field. And for me, I think this is going to be one of those games where Atlanta beats the shit out of them. I think they win by at least 10. I love this game. I had Atlanta in my –
I love that play.
I'm not from the camp – yeah, maybe. I'm not from the camp that the Bears are as bad as they looked, and I do not think the Green Bay Packers were as good as they looked, if that makes sense.
I like that take, Tom.
That makes tons of sense.
I am a believer. We're moving all around.
Bro, it's the fucking aliens.
It is the aliens. Listen, I'm going to fucking drive, maybe. I'm going to have to drive. I can't fly to Chicago if I keep losing. And I'm going to come kick the shit out of you until you believe about aliens. But I'm fat, so you probably win. But I like Atlanta +1. I like the upside in Atlanta this year. I figure I'm all on. I'm in on them this year.
I like that. Vic, what do you got?
Very important thing with gambling that I learned from years of losing. Personal bias. Like, I'm sure it for me and Big Tone or anyone who took the Giants to go back to them this week takes big balls. Thank God I got a swollen nutsack because I'm going right back with the Giants. The offense looked like shit. The defense looked like shit. There's no way they got an easy week of work. You know, when you do something good for your boss, you go in, you did something good. You're like, yeah, I'm going to fuck off, have coffee. Nobody's fucking off nothing. If you're not staying late 2 hours, you're fucking going on the shit list. So, and all of a sudden, what? Dable's a jerk off. He can't coach. We were blowing him last week. This week, he can't coach. Last year, he won the coach of the year, whatever the case is. I'm going right back because I can't have bias. I can't make it like, oh, because they cost me last week, I can't go back. No, it's a great bet. Arizona stinks. They got lucky. They went against a rookie quarterback last week. And I just think the Giants are way better than they showed last week. They never beat the Cowboys opening day. They never do good against the Cowboys. They're going to play great this week. It's 5.5, but it's going up. So lock it in now. Giants -5.5.
Professor, I have a question.
Professor Dre.
I'm sorry I don't like that, but sometimes.
No. I loved it. No, don't ever change that. That was the best rant I ever heard. I just had a question about your analysis. So maybe you could explain the math problem in a way that I could understand it. You said, don't be unbiased or bet with your heart. Aren't you a Giants fan? You're a Giants fan. You're a Giants fan.
I got an 8th grade education. So if you got to understand what I'm saying. You're Mr. College, you got to already know what I mean.
It's the fucking aliens, bro. I'm not touching nothing.
Non-biased, you know what I mean. Like, you have to get rid of your personal bias.
But you were personally invested into the Giants.
But why? I don't care. No, listen, I would bet against them if the spot called.
Okay.
That's his point, Vic. That's his point.
Tone, did you ever bet against the Giants in your life?
Me? No, I'm a fucking lunatic.
See?
So, all right, that makes a little more sense. That makes a little more sense.
What you're getting at, Vic, is you don't bet with your heart. You bet with your brain, and sometimes you got to feed your team. My brother.
But also, let me hold on.
Yankees, I want to kill him.
I know, but let me explain this a little because this is a big thing with gambling. I'm just not explaining it right, but like personal bias, almost like let's say you handicap a game and you're fucking locked in on whatever team it is, and you start digging and you start saying this thing's gonna fuck me. But yet you're so biased, like, oh, if that makes any sense, tell me, college guy.
You made sense. You made sense. Your whole thing made sense, besides the fact that you're a Giants fan betting on the Giants. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I'm a fan of money first. You know what I mean?
Got it. Now it makes sense. It makes sense.
That's the thing. Like, you have to be able to, like, block out shit and make sure you're thinking with an open mind when you're picking your game. You know what I mean?
I like it.
Vic, can I tell you my friend group fucking absolutely loves you.
I love them
absolutely. They're not a big fan of Nick too. Don't get me wrong.
No, they're not. They're probably like, this young punk's annoying. He curses too
my
much.
Best friend
no, they say they're like, you think you look like Nick, but you don't. Like that's that. They make fun of me because you're younger. That's all. And but they like Vic's voice. They love it. They can't.
Dude, that's why I picked Vic. Is his fucking voice. I really thought he was from Philly.
Brooklyn. First Brooklyn, then Staten Island. We got run out. Everybody from Brooklyn ran to Staten Island.
Vic, can you read that? What's that say on my paper?
G-Man. Of course.
-5.5. I'm with you. I got one quick question for you. Do you get worried about, like, when teams fly coast to coast? Does that ever fuck with you guys? Is that ever a thing for you?
I think they fixed that, to be honest with you. I think teams figured out when to fly in, I think that was more of an issue like 5, 6, 7 years ago. I think a couple coaches figured out if we fly early or we leave early, and I think every team has got it done. I think it's is it the Raiders? They won like 6 in a row coming East Coast. I think teams, I don't know, it doesn't really bother me.
Well, I'm going to hate that for this next bet.
So we're on the bet too, correct?
Yeah, I'm Giants.
Perfect. Just wanted to make sure. We were talking about a lot of shit there. Wanted to make sure everyone got their piece out.
Smokes, my friend sent me a picture of you, and he's like, I look like him, don't I? I look like he really, I think he wants to be you.
I mean, I'm not a bad person to be.
Huh?
I'm not a bad person to be.
No,
I got this porn star that wants to bang me, and I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do it.
It was kind of weird, though. He's like, look,
you saw that? Vic sees everything. Vic sees everything. All right, we got to focus on the picks. We can't even talk about fucking porn stars.
I know.
This team burned me last year. They made me look like fucking Anakin Skywalker in Star Wars Episode 3 where he's just laying in lava getting fucking cooked. That's what this team did to me last week. Well, guess what? I don't give a fuck. I'm going right back in that fucking well. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers at home +3 and tell your mother I said hello. Mike Tomlin ain't getting embarrassed back-to-back weeks at home, especially against the Cleveland fucking Browns, who just embarrassed the Cincinnati Bengals. Everyone saw that game. They're in people's top 5 power rankings. Fuck that. They're coming into Pittsburgh Monday Night Football. That team gets fucking steamrolled Monday night. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers at home +3.
Good pick.
That's a ballsy pick. I mean, we want to talk about having balls. I know San Fran's one of the best teams in the league. They have been for a while. There's going to be a lot of people, you're probably right, on the Browns. That's probably – get that butter knife out again because that's probably another sharp play.
Sharp.
That's a game I won't be able to touch because I got Najee Harris in my fantasy league. That's
just a shitty pick. Now, the Steelers +3 is a great pick. Najee Harris in fantasy is a terrible pick.
That's absolutely accurate. It's a keeper league, an auction thing. We won't get into it. But what I will say is it's normally a dogfight of a game. This is another reason I like Nick Chubb to score in that game is because I think he didn't score last week. They're going to pound the ball. I don't hate when people go against the grain like that by any means. For me, my next pick is going to be the Buffalo Bills -8.5.
Big ball, Tony.
Yeah, easier to do it, right? Because it's Josh Allen. You think McDermott, you just think they get it figured out maybe. I know, and myself included, kind of a bad taste in your mouth with Josh Allen right now. There just is. This is like the sample size right now. I think I saw the stat, most turnovers since he's entered the fucking league. That's alarming. But at the same time, they got the Raiders. The number feels a little bit bigger. They're home. I'm going to take a shot. It's almost kind of my KC philosophy. Fuck it. I'm giving you one more week. It looks like a good spot. Number feels a little inflated, so I like it for that reason. I'm going to take the Bills -8.5 for my next pick, official pick.
Okay. Just want to jump in. It's not a pick of mine, but I did work on the game. I agree with Smokes on this one. I think I got it right this time. Steelers +2.5. I mean, home dog on Monday Night Football, 19-1 straight up on Monday Night Football. I mean, the Browns, the way they looked last week, it's not going to be the same. I mean, you're talking about Browns so high and Steelers so low. It's the typical, sell high, buy low thing there. I love Steelers for Monday night. Not an official pick because there were so many I liked that I definitely wanted to play this one. I'm going back with the same girl, second date. I'm going right with the Detroit Lions, -5.5. Listen, I know they were excited to beat KC and they had extra days to celebrate it, but they expected to win that game. I really think maybe we don't believe it. I think in that locker room they thought we're gonna win this fucking game. We're gonna beat the Chiefs, and they did it. So I think the element of surprise, even though it was an upset, is out because I really think they believe they're that good. They are really that good, right? And the Seahawks are down 2 offensive linemen. They just signed Jason Peters, and then you look at the last 2 matchups. 2021, Seattle 51-29. They beat them in Seattle, and Seattle beat Detroit. And then last year, Seattle beat Detroit 48-45. That's 99 points they put up against Detroit's defense. You don't think that sick bastard Dan Campbell's telling them that every fucking week? They scored 99. Where's your pride? Where's your balls? Aren't you embarrassed? They scored 99 points against you in 2 games. So I'm thinking Seattle's a fucking mess on the line, so I'm thinking the defense right there is going to get an edge to fucking play a big game. And I'm thinking, what the hell is going to stop Detroit from scoring? They look so good. They look so in sync. They have so many weapons, and not even their big running back wasn't even playing. Williams, I don't even know if he's there. But he wasn't.
He's in New Orleans.
Oh, yeah. He's not even there. and they still looked unbelievable. So I have no problem laying 5.5 with the Lions. I'm going right back. They treated me good opening night. They'll treat me good against Sunday. I'm taking Lions -5.5.
I like that. All right, so for my third pick, this is not a straight bet. I like being teased. I like when she kisses my neck and bites my ear and works her way down to the fucking, the dungeon. I like that. I like that. I got a 3-team, 10-point teaser. Bills, pick them. If they don't win that game outright, those fans are going to burn that fucking stadium to the ground. Houston, plus 11.5. Home division dog getting 11.5 points. Sign me the fuck up. Jaguars at home, plus 13.5. Sign me up for all three. Comb your hair, take care, and like I always say, tell your mother I said hello. Tone, what do you got?
So for me, I'm gonna shift gears a little bit on you guys, and I'm gonna give you a touchdown play. All right. I still don't have. Well, I probably should. I don't have the actual number yet. So here's the thing. I can give you 2 parts. Okay. I'm going back to New Orleans Saints this week. I'm going to take them against Carolina. I'm not going to buy the hook here. And I normally do because I think I might do an alternate line. I think the Saints defense is good. They had 3 picks. They had 4 sacks. I believe they held the team to 285 yards. This is a team that's going to go in there against the Carolina team that a lot of people think is going to be one of the 2-3 worst teams in the league. I know they got a quarterback that's young and good and does a bunch of stuff. But I think when you get a defense like this against a young rookie quarterback, he's going to make mistakes. I also think this is a game where you start to see a little bit more of this offense click. We talked about Mike Vrabel before. You've heard guys like Pat Mahomes say he is a fucking son of a bitch to prepare for. Yes. He's just a different breed of coach. And I think this Carolina team got a lot of credit last week. I know I'm on Atlanta as well, but I don't think the Atlanta Falcons are what the New Orleans Saints are. And I think the Saints go and bully them. I really do. I'm taking the Saints -3. I'll let you know if I do an alternate line. We're 100% going to Michael Thomas scoring a touchdown.
That guy sucks.
8 targets, 6 catches. They were trying to use him. He had a chance. He was wide open in the back of the end zone. And Carr fucking airmailed him. We had a real chance there. Yep. But touchdown, Tony, touchdown. He doesn't get mad. He gets even. We're going to whip these fucking ponies home, dude. We're going to whip these ponies home. I don't have anything cool to say like comb your hair, take care, how's your sister. I don't have anything cool like that to say because I'm a fucking loser. I'm going to get my
Big Tone here.
For the last 3 weeks.
Big Tone here.
I mean, it worked.
Not anymore.
Big Tone away. Big Tone here. It's working.
Listen, Vic. Big Tone here is coming. All right. I'm like fucking Deion Sanders this week. We're here. All right. We are coming. I love all my picks this week, which always is alarming. But New Orleans and Michael Thomas to score.
Love that.
Take care. How's your sister? How's your mother? All that shit.
Love that. Big Vic, talk to me.
This sucks. This fucking hurts to do this, man. This fucking hurt. I hate to.
He's going against the Fins. He's going against the Fins.
You got it. Listen.
He is.
My main play. I know. I don't want to do this, but what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Fucking never.
It hasn't came out of his mouth yet, so I'm waiting to react.
I'm taking the New England.
Who is he taking?
Yeah.
I didn't hear all that. I didn't hear all that.
No, you're coming off. See, that's why you can't come here talking. You let Tone. He told you they weren't going to make the playoffs. I wouldn't say that. They're the best team in the division now, Miami, by like a lot.
Yeah, but he said that stupid shit, but at least you bet on the Fins. But it's fine. You can bet the Patriots. You went 1-2 last week. It's good that you're on the Patriots.
Listen, I bet Miami last week the whole time. I'm like, why the fuck did I bet this game? I hate games with no defense. I feel like I couldn't get it stopped. It's like a horse race. Whose nose is going to hit the wire first? But listen, for me, Patriots +2.5. What I say last week, I always say it, optics on TV. And he looked ridiculous last week, your boy Tua. What do you have, like 600 yards? The receiver had 200 yards.
466, 3 touchdowns, nothing special.
Insane numbers. Like, that's not going to happen again, okay? First of all, Patriots lost at home, but they went toe-to-toe with the runners-up, right? I mean, they went
on Tom Brady night. Like, obviously, they're going to step up on Tom Brady night.
I know, but you know what? If we keep track, because I remember my father always used to tell me, like, in Monday Night Footballs at halftimes, they would, like, retire a guy's number, and he was at the window, like, I'm betting against so-and-so because they're retiring so-and-so's number. It never works out. Whatever. It's probably 50-50 in the long run. Doesn't matter. They were down 16-0. They could have got their doors blown off. Jones made a couple good throws. But here's what it is. Miami, I know the defense, they're probably going to play better this week, but they gave up 5.9 yards a carry or something like that last week. Almost 6 yards a carry. The Patriots, Belichick, he's going to have a ball control game plan in. They're going to run. They're going to short pass. They're going to control the clock. They're going to keep Miami. I mean, it's just like 1991 Super Bowl. You know, I love to go to the history book, right? I love to go. Jim Kelly's Bills, Thurman Thomas, James Lofton, they were running the K-gun. They were like the Patriots and the Chiefs before them. And it was like nobody could slow down their offense. But what did the Giants do in the Super Bowl? They slowed them down. Bill Belichick was the defensive coordinator, right? They fucking ran the ball. They kept Buffalo's offense off the clock. Otis Anderson, MVP in the Super Bowl. That's the game plan.
Vic just used a 1991 game reference for a game in 2023.
Yes.
They weren't running shotgun in 1991, bro.
It's Bill Parcells. Bill Parcells is Bill Belichick's street. That's Bill Belichick's street. That's where he started. He started under Parcells. Parcells was the coach in 1991.
As long as you're willing to admit that you're backing the Patriots because of what happened in the 1991 Super Bowl with the Bills versus the Giants, I'm cool with it. Do your thing.
It's the game plan. That's going to be the game plan. It's going to get scary for Miami. Because, you know, these teams, like, you get in a rhythm, you know, and they're getting out there. Even if the other team's scoring, they're scoring quick. Miami's offense is right back on the field. They're in such a groove. No way Belichick gets them. And then what is he going to do? The Patriots are going to start 0-2 at home? And
yes, that's exactly what's going to happen. That team fucking sucks.
In Vic's defense, if anybody's going to go like Bobby Boucher, Waterboy, like a game plan from 1991, it would Bill.
Be, yeah.
It is Bill, right? I mean, I think he sounds.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of players as talented as Tyreek Hill on that 1991 Bills team. No shot.
Is he getting faster?
Andre Reed and James Lofton are unbelievable. And Thurman
they're not Tyreek Hill.
Thurman
they're not Tyreek.
All
right, I don't want to talk about the 1991 Bills anymore.
I know,
fuck that.
You should learn. The history of football is very important.
I know my history. I'm 67% on the NFL last year. I'm 57% right now. I got to get better. That's my history, and here's my future. Listen very closely. Game of the year. Game of the year, and it's only week 2. Game of the year.
He's hanging out with
Max bet. Game of the year. Game of the year. You want to put your kids through college? This is for you. You want to buy your wife a brand new car? This is for you. Do you hate your fucking job and you want to quit? This is for you. Cincinnati Bengals -3 at home against the Baltimore Ravens. This game is going to be an absolute rout. Everyone's got this sour taste in their mouth. Oh, the Bengals suck. The Bengals suck. Know your football history. The same shit happened last year, week 1, when the Steelers embarrassed the Bengals. And then what they do? They went on to win, 11 to 12 games last year, something ridiculous. Right. Nothing is going to change. The Bengals at home, like you said earlier, you have a good week at work. You're fucking around. You're watching Pornhub at your desk. This, that. You lose a game like that. Everyone's staying late. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, all those boys are staying late. Give me the Bengals at home -3, and I got trends to back it up. Steelers 10-4 against the spread in their last 14 games following a straight-up loss. Bengals 7-1 against the spread in their last 8 as a favorite of 3.5 to 10. Bengals 6-1-1 against the spread in their last 8 games as a favorite. The Ravens are 2-6-1 against the spread versus the AFC North. And I want to be the first one to call this. There is something wrong with Lamar Jackson's arm. It doesn't have the same zip. I seen it in training camp. Every ball was underthrown. His arm did not look good against Houston whatsoever. Watch out. I want to be the first one to report that. There's something wrong with Lamar Jackson's arm. Bengals -3 at home. They absolutely steamroll the Baltimore Ravens.
Didn't the Ravens lose their running back too?
Yeah, J.K. Dobbins. Out. And their O-line's banged up as well.
Yeah, Cincinnati. That's a typical, you're buying very low there. Gotta love that.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. I just said game of the year. Max bet. I bet it on fucking Tuesday.
Now I gotta bet this thing.
Yeah, no, you actually have to.
Yeah, I have. I'm not gonna let you sink alone. We don't.
I'm with you, Dr. Smokes. I like the Bengals here too. You said it earlier. That was the closest 25-9 football game. The Ravens,
True too.
that was a lot of injuries, and that's a gut punch. And you're going to see a Bengals team that was like, what the fuck was that? That's not us, boys. You want to talk about guys who haven't scored touchdowns? Jamar Chase.
Another one.
You're not Joey B. Get $220 million, throw for 81 yards, have one of the worst fucking days ever in the NFL. I really like them too. It's a gun-to-head play for me. I know it's an official pick for you. It's a game I probably will lay off because I'm scared of it, but it's your game of the year. So
please lay off.
You gotta play it.
I'll want me to lay off. I'll lay off.
No, you could be on it if it's strictly because I picked it, not because you like it.
Grabbing the coattail.
That's what I was just gonna say. First off,
I could do that.
Fuck both of you. But secondly, what I would say after the fuck both of you respectfully is I'm gonna ride it because it's your game of the year, and I'm a clubhouse guy. I'm a clubhouse
guy too. I respect that. I appreciate that.
Gotta play it. But the sports books moved off 3 so fast.
No,
I know it's because they saw I bet it, and then they were like, we need to move this line.
Yeah, no, you got in early. You called it way early, like Tuesday. No one's
Tuesday
on Tuesdays.
And you know what? There might be something to that arm, right? Because you're right. There's some bad throws out there, and I was just thinking maybe it was the defense, but it's not
preseason. He had no preseason either, so he needed something, you know.
That's fair. So me wrapping up my picks, all right? I gave you TJ Hockenson plus 250 to score a touchdown. I gave you the Bills minus 8.5. I gave you Atlanta plus 1. I gave you New Orleans. I told you guys before, it's getting to the time of season where we're going to look for guys who are good, prominent parts of the offense who don't score. Look out for Chubb. Look out for Barkley. Look out for Henry, Michael Thomas, Chase, Jefferson, Pitts. I'm not betting them all, but those are some really good games. That's a good chance I bet a good chunk of them, and I'll let you know those ones. But my last official play, okay, is the New York Giants. I'm with you, Vic. I already kind of touched on it. I'm not going to go in. I won't go into anything besides, listen, that was a really, really bad performance, obviously, right? Every New York football Giants fan, when the first drive was happening, we thought we were going to win the fucking Super Bowl. And then we fumbled the snap. The wheels fell off. It got very, very weird. There was a point in time in that game, it was 19-0, and I looked at my buddies and I said, this defense is actually playing pretty fucking good. And I know that sounds crazy, but go back and look at Dak's numbers. He didn't do dick. It was a bad game. Chalk it up to that team, bury the tape. It's so bad you can get away with it. Dallas is better than I thought they were. But this is not a team who's going to win 3 games. The Giants bounced back. They beat the piss out of a really bad Arizona Cardinals team, minus 5.5. And that is going to be my last official play of the week.
Vic, the floor is yours.
I'm sticking with what I originally. I have nothing else to add. I liked.
Okay, that's fine.
We went Chargers on Vikings tomorrow night plus the points. I went Chargers over the Titans. I went Jaguars plus the points, and then I went official plays. My top plays: Patriots plus 2.5, and then Lions and Giants both minus 5.5. Love it. It's like gonna go 3-0, even though it's gonna hurt you personally.
It's not gonna hurt me because you'll go 2-1. That's fine.
Listen,
you'll go 2-1.
If we cash the Bengals, do we really care if the Dolphins lose?
Yes, because it's Dolphins money.
You're really a big fan.
Dude,
yes,
before we get going, you got what was the feel for you? Because that was a back and forth game. Your dude is your dude. I said it on the show. I know I was breaking your balls, but when he's healthy, when they're healthy, they can put up points. They have weapons all over the place, and he was surgical out there. That throw to win the fucking game was outrageous. What was going through your head during the game? What are your expectations after week 1, Nikki?
So what was going through my head is this is why I'm balding at age 24 is because that game gave me so much fucking anxiety and stress that I couldn't handle it. But going forward for the Dolphins, if Tua's on the field, there is no stopping this team. What he did on Sunday, that was his best game ever as a pro, and he's thrown for 453 yards and 6 touchdowns in a game. And that was the best quarterback play I've seen from Tua ever. He was surgical. Decision-making was great. He had one interception, but it was a stupid fucking play. I don't even count it as an interception in my book. The Dolphins' offense is serious.
Yeah.
The defense, obviously, they didn't look great, but that's the newest part of this team. The offense last year, it was their first year with Mike McDaniel. Now all the guys know what they're doing. Tyreek Hill last year said he didn't know what route to run. He was just running around trying to get open. That's what the defense is right now. It's a brand new system under Vic Fangio. They got to gel. They got to get the communication down. It's going to take 3 to 4 weeks for this defense to gel, but they got too much talent on the defensive side of the ball for that thing not to end up working. So I'm very happy. The Dolphins look good. Tua looked amazing. And if he plays all 17 games, they could be the 1 seed.
And Vic dialed it the fuck up that last drive.
When it mattered. They held him to the field goal, and they got the sack. Boom. Yeah. But that's the thing. That's the NFL. 1 week, you might have to score 36 points. One week, you might have to score 13. Yep. Find a way to win the fucking game, and let's go make some noise in the playoffs.
Fangio will get it turned
Last question for you guys. Aaron Rodgers, Jets. What are the thoughts there?
I'll start with this, only because before the season started, I wasn't bought into the Jets' hype, like they were going to go to the Super Bowl right away.
Lost all.
After what I saw them do, that defense do to the Bills, yeah, if they had Rodgers, they're probably playing for a Super Bowl. Straight the fuck crazy. Up. That defense is unbelievable. And like I was doing my PR thing on Twitter, but it was a blessing. I don't want to. No, I take that back. It's not a blessing. It's a blessing. It's a blessing that the Dolphins won on Sunday and that the Bills lost. It was a blessing.
Typical Jets, just like in the late '90s when Vinny Testaverde blew out his Achilles. All right, now he was Italian. You have to Vinny Testaverde, Vinny Testaverde blew his Achilles out. Same fucking thing. Beginning of I swear to God, I hate to say it, but Smokes, you're gonna learn that over the year, over the course of the season, you're like, yo, this fucking kid every week, he had some wild example from the 90s. Repeated itself.
Well, the aliens have been a simulation, so it makes sense, really, if you think about it.
They had a hyped up team that year. They had Testaverde. They had Parcells was the coach. They were ready to make big things. He blows his Achilles out week 1. It's the fucking Jets.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens week 2. A bunch of shit happened fucking week 1. I got to win some bets. I'm confident this week, no doubt.
I'm confident in all of us, and I'm confident in everyone in this chat to please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button.
Yeah, don't be bitches. Just fucking subscribe.
Just like and subscribe.
It's like
what
does it cost you to hit the subscribe button?
It's fucking free.
People are like so stingy. Just fucking hit it. Boom. Subscribe.
It's free. It's free. It costs nothing, and it helps us immensely. And if you like the picks, send it to your friends. If you don't like the picks, you like the show, send it to your friends. If you don't like the picks, you don't like the show, still send it to your friends and tell them don't watch it because then they're going to watch it. But that's all we got. Exactly. You in the history books. You know, me and you will sit down after class one day. Shout out to everyone who tuned in. We appreciate you guys watching, and we will see you next Wednesday, same time, same place. Let's make some money.